In my experience, the people that use BrainChild Nutritionals are people whose children are having trouble thinking clearly, whether it's autism or ADD or OCD or Asperger's, or just the kid who has trouble concentrating in class but doesn't have any diagnosis. Also, people whose children are very, very sensitive and can't tolerate a lot of the things in the environment, the foods and substances around them. Some of those parents find us. These are often kids who are very allergic, very reactive to things, don't eat a wide variety of foods, so they don't get a lot of good nutrition. The other people who use BrainChild can be very sensitive adults or even elderly people who are having a hard time getting nutrition, and their doctors have found this wonderful liquid way to feed their brain and their body. So those are the people that use BrainChild in my experience. Let me tell you a little bit about the BrainChild Nutritionals philosophy, because this is part of why I'm still here too. BrainChild Nutritionals is a labor of love. It was founded out of one man's vision and one man's great big heart, seeing that what is possible for his children could be possible for many, many other children with access to the right nutrition. So the philosophy is that we can make a difference in people's health through nutrition when it's in the right forms that are very well absorbed, the right quality, optimum quality nutrition, and in a liquid form. We're broken down into very, very small particles so that the intestines and the gut can really absorb that nutrition. It doesn't have to work hard. You know, our intestines work really hard to break down food, but we're trying to just hand feed it, pre-digest it almost, so that the nutrition is in a liquid form. So no matter how poorly that body is metabolizing things, it can absorb that nutrition anyway. The idea is that the body can take that nutrition in that wonderfully delivered form and start doing with it what we're supposed to be doing with our nutrition, with our food and where we get our vitamins. Using it to make the metabolic wheels turn better in the body and function the way they're supposed to function. Another part of the BrainChild philosophy that I want to mention is parents helping other parents. It's been from the very first second. Parents have been here, parents who know what our life is like with these intense children and know what kind of difference can be made when we get nutrition into them that's really helping their bodies to function. And that's another really, really important part of what BrainChild stands for. The source of the ingredients used at BrainChild Nutritionals are basically the cleanest and most bioavailable forms of each nutrient. When we research a nutrient, first we read and research what form of that nutrient is going to be most easily used by the body. We are trying to give nutrients to people that don't need a lot of work for the body to be able to use it. So that means that our higher intensity supplements, the ones that are designed for people whose bodies aren't working so well, are going to use those forms of those nutrients that are easily utilized, that are utilized without a lot of extra work on the part of the body. More and more people with autism, people without autism, are finding that their bodies have become toxic with a number of different things. You know, our bodies are being besieged by heavy metals in our air and water, pesticides, and a lot of other toxic substances, chemicals that have become common in our environment, you know, all the time. Really, the issue is that some of us are unable to detoxify those things. The normal body is supposed to be able to respond to toxins by dumping them out of the body, by excreting them through the organs of detoxification, the liver, the kidneys, the skin. And what we're finding specifically in autism is that these individual children, for whatever reason, are unable to excrete those toxins. So they're seeing a buildup of toxic levels of heavy metals, specifically heavy metals is what we often see. So what we're trying to do with some of our products at BrainChild is to support the organs of detoxification, particularly the liver and the kidneys, and support glutathione, which is one of the amino acids that's specifically used by the body for detoxification, so that we're giving raw materials to the body that it needs to be able to naturally detoxify on its own the way the body was designed to do. So that's really what we're trying to do. What we find with children with autism is that if we can get some of the natural detoxification working more like it's supposed to in a normal body, these children actually can be healthier beings, over the years. And often they are also working with doctors to actively move the toxins out of their body.